Hello everyone, GenmaTheSamurai here, and welcome to this brand new Let's Play of a game that I put off for quite a while. Metroid Prime 2, Echoes. Oh man. So yeah guys, like I just said, I have put off Let's Playing this game for quite a while. There were a number of reasons. I kind of wanted to wait until the time was right, as it were. The very first Metroid Prime is actually one of my favorite games of all time, and in general, I really love this game too. Honestly, my opinion of this one is not far behind the first one. You won't really see me list this game in my list of favorite games very often, mostly just because I like to keep it, one game from one series, just so you don't see a bunch of, like, Trails games, for example, just kind of crowding my top 50 or whatever, because you can pretty much see the entire series up there. But Metroid Prime 2 is fantastic. When this game released, though, it didn't really get that much attention, and some of the attention it got was actually kind of negative at the time. But as the years have gone on, this one actually has become a new second favorite of the series. Several people have played this game. It is their favorite game. You could almost say, I would go so far as to say that it's probably safe to call this the Majora's Mask of Metroid, and I think that is very accurate myself. In general, this game is really cool, and it has a lot of really cool ideas, but it is definitely built off the engine of Metroid Prime. And so because of that, you're going to notice a lot of similarities in general. Again, I feel like the Majora's Mask parallels are very strong, but for what it is, I really think this game is super cool. And yeah. Now, one thing that's kind of weird, you're noticing the menus are like this. The menus in this game in general are all kind of like this. This is actually part of the reason, funny enough, that I decided to do this on the GameCube. I do need to preface something, though, before we really jump into this. So my disc for this game is not exactly perfect. I was contemplating playing this on the Wii version, but to keep the pure experience, I really wanted to play the original GameCube version. And for reasons, I can't really play this game the way I did Metroid Prime 1 either, just because things have changed. So, and I'll leave it at that for now. But for what it is, I think this playthrough will be perfectly fine, because I've done several test runs of this game, and in general, it's run fine for the most part. If you guys notice any stuttering or anything, sorry about that. I can't really help that. But for what it is, it's going to be fine. We're going to be playing on hard mode, which is going to be very tense. So this game is infamously way harder than Metroid Prime 1, and I'm going to be playing it on hard mode. And this game also is a lot harder on GameCube than it is on Wii. So I haven't really actually finished a playthrough of this game on hard mode, at least on the GameCube version, so this will be fun. Anyway, mission file 02546, 8 days ago, contact of the Galactic Federation was lost. Well, a ship was lost. Contract agreement, locate Federation troopers and render assistance. I should have read all of that. That's okay. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Ether. Uploading last known coordinates now. Well, talk about a rough landing, am I right? And here we are, guys. My favorite design of Samus. Anyway, I will say this. One thing that I did notice back when, and this is kind of one of those like weird, dumb, nitpicky things, but I actually am of the opinion that I feel like this game is slightly weaker graphically than Metroid Prime 1, but it also makes up for this by having a lot stronger art design. It's kind of a really interesting back and forth to a degree, because I feel like Samus in general is a lot less reflecty than she was in the first one, and the way that, you know, she reacts to her environment and the lighting and everything. That's what I mean when I say that I feel like this game is graphically weaker than the first one, but, oh man, the start of this game is also, like, really crazy. Just these weird plants and everything. It's just friggin' creepy. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue moving forward. Yeah, in general, you guys are in for a treat with this game. Alright, also something that's kind of neat. I pointed this out in my Samus Returns Let's Play a little bit, I'm pretty sure. But I think one thing that's kind of fun as well is that I feel like they may have taken a little bit of inspiration from Metroid 2, funny enough, for the basic premise of this game a little bit. Not so much like the hunting Metroids part, but more the fact that there was, you know, a Galactic Federation troop that was sent here to the planet, but they've gone totally missing and we have to kind of figure out what happened to them. Though in, you know, the original Metroid 2, it's just kind of dropped very quickly as a plot point, and yeah, a certain fan game really explored that, and I thought that was really cool. Anyway, enough about that. And this is really cool. Hey, well, you can see a trooper right there. Man, I don't know if that's like a weird diagnostic scan or what, but hey, it's a fun thing to establish at the very least. Oh, also you guys may have noticed they revamped the scan system, so if you're familiar with Metroid Prime 1, you may remember that there were a bunch of icons whenever you went to scan something, and now everything is kind of color coordinated by object, which is a lot better. Now there's some items that, or I should say some things that you can scan that I wish they were better at coding which things are going to go in your logbook or not. Like I think creatures and other objects should all be red. I'll point that out in a little bit. But for what it is, it's a lot better than it was in Metroid Prime 1. It's also, again, it's been a while since I did my Metroid Prime 1 Let's Play. So I did that one kind of as a reboot to my original Metroid Prime 1 Let's Play that I did like really early on in my YouTube. And the redone Let's Play I did in 2018. Oh god. Well, you see what happened to some of them. Let's go ahead and scan these things. So it's a worker splinter. Okay. So let's go ahead and read that. The worker splinter is bred for service, not combat. It spends its time collecting foodstuffs and raw materials for the hive. A layer of mucus helps to protect the creature from the toxins and chemicals it often works with. They can generate a sturdy, pliable webbing, useful in travel throughout the hive. Okay. So yeah, these things will not harm you, but it doesn't change the fact that these guys are dead and they're being broken down for food. That's just unfortunate. Anyway, though, let's just go ahead and kill as many of these as I can, because I don't feel comfortable about this whole situation. But yeah, my Metroid Prime 1 Let's Play, I did that quite a while ago. Again, that was like 2018, I'm pretty sure. It was around the time I was doing my Shining Force 3 playthrough, and in general, I think I did a really good job. It's one of my better playthroughs, in my opinion. But, oh man. Yeah, something happened here. I'm not going to explicitly say what happened here, but it's definitely unfortunate, that's for sure. Anyway, we're going to read all of the logs, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But this is Galactic Federation Marine Corps Personal Log Entry G5GTC Bennett. Okay, so let's go ahead and read that. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Well, sounds like that's what happened. RIP. Alright, let's go ahead and read this, guys. Alright. I don't like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. So yeah, they definitely had some trouble with the creatures on this planet, that's for sure. I will certainly say this for now, that these guys ended up on this planet and they were unable to leave. But again, we'll find out the details of what exactly happened with them as this part progresses. What's also kind of fun is that we have a boost ball, which is pretty fun. In general, that is just something we got pretty late into Metroid Prime 1, and we just kind of have it here at the start. So I really like that. Anyway, so here's a bomb slot. That's pretty fun. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and Morph Ball Bomb into it. Oh, also a fun fact for you guys. You technically have the Spider Ball right now, but there's nothing you can actually use it on. But it is in your menu if you actually look at it, so that's pretty fun. So that's happening. Yeah. So fun fact. When this happened, I lost it when I was a kid. So when I played this game, it was back when I was real young for the first time. And I played this game alongside Metroid Prime 1. And honestly, I liked both games a lot for very different reasons. But in general, this intro is terrifying. Just the way those guys just came back to life there. It's just really unsettling. And it's happening there too. Anyway, also again, since this is hard mode, these guys are actually a lot spongier than they would be normally, but luckily a charge beam seems to kind of do the job, so that's good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and keep progressing, and okay. Well, at the very least, we activated that panel, so we can go ahead and scan it. Alright. Oh boy. So yeah, it seems like the guys that were hiding on the other side of the wall also died, and now became this. Jeez. But yeah, that is kind of a nice piece of environmental storytelling, because they kind of explain how these guys died for sure, because this door here locked up on them. This is really unfortunate. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and proceed this way, and alright. But yeah, no, in general, though, I definitely recommend you check out my Metroid Prime 1 playthrough. But luckily, I don't think you guys really need to recap on Metroid Prime 1. While the games do connect, and I'll go into that later, you really don't need to play Prime 1 to understand this one. Well, you guys may be familiar with who that character is, so yes, she's from this game, and that's pretty fun. Or maybe it would be more accurate to say it. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, so there's nothing we actually collect in here, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into this giant vortex of doom. Nothing wrong with that, right? Geronimo! Well, we survived that situation. Honestly, while I do think it's not textured the best, when it's low in the original resolution like this, man, the lighting on Samus's suit there. Oh, and also, we lost the ability to do a lot of things. Luckily, unlike Metroid Prime 1, they're letting us, you know, keep the charge beam, and we can even go into Morph Ball. But yeah, we lost a lot of our old powers from Metroid Prime 1, which is very unfortunate. Also, not really a fan, per se, of how this happened. Honestly, I feel like this is probably one of the more ridiculous ways Samus has lost her abilities, if I had to be honest with you. I'm not exactly sure how they do that. Like, it was kind of an issue I had with the X-Parasites in Metroid Fusion as well, because how does an organic thing steal a mechanical thing? But, whatever. It's really not that big a deal. Rest in peace, that guy. Anyway, though, we're going to go ahead and shoot this. Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. Don't think about it too much. Either way, we lost our stuff. We gotta get our stuff back. It's about that simple. So, alright, here we go. I love them save points. Also, what's going to add to the difficulty of this game? So far, it's not too bad. But as this progresses, it's going to get a bit worse and worse, to be honest. So, save points in this game are actually kind of scarce. So, getting a game over is actually really scary. You want to be very careful with your resources, especially since I'm going to be playing on hard mode, because I have, while practicing, had it screw me over a little bit. I haven't done a complete run, again, on hard mode. I practiced a little bit. Again, mostly just to make sure the game runs fine, because like I said, my disc is not damaged. But I'm sure you guys are going to notice it at some point, like just some stuttering. Hasn't happened yet, luckily, but doesn't mean it won't happen, that's for sure. Anyway, though, we're going to go ahead and progress. I love the art design in this game. So, yeah. Well, look at that tapestry. I don't know. I just think it's cool. Anyway, thank you for the tutorial stuff, game. It's not like I played this before. At the very least, I like this just kind of text that shows up on the visor. I couldn't tell you why that feels more immersive, but I would say it does. Yeah. So if any of you guys are more familiar with the Wii version of the game, yes, with the original controls, a lot of boss fights actually feel very well designed around the original control scheme. And so because of that, I feel like it's just going to be better overall that I play it this way. There's one fight in particular that honestly is just a whole different fight once you're playing it with the original control scheme. And again, I'll point that out when we get there. There's actually a few fights like that that just are way harder. Now, it's a testament to how good the control scheme is in the Wii version that, you know, it feels significantly easier because you can aim around freely, but it doesn't change the fact that the boss fights designs really are not changed around much. So again, I don't know. I just feel like it's just not the same, as it were. That's for sure. But there are some benefits as well. If I went and did that, you guys would have had, you know, widescreen, and it would have been, like, slightly better resolution for everything, so. But it is what it is. Anyway, so we found another dead trooper. Let's go ahead and read his log and see what happened to him. I mean, we see what happened to him. That's a very unfortunate way to go out. But yeah, I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Yeah, I could agree with that. That's still really unfortunate. Okay, anyway, we're going to go ahead and go right into this slot here. And, okay. But yeah, I really do like the opening intrigue here. Just seeing all the troopers and everything. So yeah, this is the main hub area of the planet either. Fun fact, this game definitely has a lot more story than most Metroid games up to this point. Not as much as Fusion. I feel Fusion definitely is the winner on that front if we don't count a certain game that shall not be named. But for what it is, I actually really like the story in this game a lot. And honestly, this proves how you can handle story in a Metroid game very well. Actually, I feel like the best bet for Metroid Prime 4, if you were to ask me, while I feel like a lot of people would prefer a game more like Metroid Prime 1, I feel like if they should be borrowing any sort of inspiration from any game, it should be this one. I'll go into more detail as to why as it progresses, but I feel like this one is a nice middle ground in terms of what you expect from the Metroid structure, while it also kind of borrows some interesting inspirations. So, anyway, as you can see, that did not go down all the way, but if we shoot that, that takes care of the problem. It's kind of spelled out, to be honest, but hey, it's kind of neat. Anyway, let's go ahead and head over here, and okay. Now, you may have heard the music jump there. That might have been it. So, again, if you heard that, I'm sorry. Again, that's my disc. Wish I had a better one, but again, is what it is. We probably won't run into too much of that, but yeah. Anyway, so you guys may also notice that my commentary this time is definitely a bit more low-key, and I just kind of want to have you guys suck in the atmosphere as much as possible, because again, I think the intro to this game is actually really cool. I'll go into more detail in terms of the world design stuff in a bit, but I really like it. Anyway, we'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. I can't speak. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. Alright, acknowledged. So let's go ahead and scan this real quick. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Sorry about that. Probably shouldn't have taken a drink while I was in the middle of that. Thought the scene would be longer. Anyway, so we got ourselves some Dark Troopers. I believe that's the name. I was gonna say Dark Commando. That's a thing later. But yeah. Anyway, good old Dark Troopers. They're actually pretty easy to kill provided you do a full charge shot. In my earlier run that I did, they actually felt really spongy, but now in hindsight, I just kind of forgot how busted the charge shot is in this game, honestly. Actually, all of these Prime games. The charge shot in general, or just beams in general, are way more emphasized in 3D Metroid than they are in 2D Metroid, that is for sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and read this guy. So, Angsith. Sounds pretty angsty. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the... Oh! Oh, right, this is the girl. Okay, that's right. There is a girl in this group, so this is her. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Man. I'm sorry. Well, hey. I respect that, at the very least. Gosh. Oh wow, that hit me. But it's okay. Ended up... Why am I not damaged? Wait, what the heck? I thought I would have taken damage there. Huh. Weird. Alright. Well, whatever works, I suppose. Hey, looks like we found a ship. Also, there's a really fun detail. Again, if you're familiar with a certain fan game, they actually have a ship that looks just like this, kind of hanging out in the background in one area. Data cycle that. Final report, Task Force Heracles. I can't say half of those things. This goes by fast. While on patrol in the Dasha system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and it crashed on the planet Ether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Ether's atmosphere. Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comm systems. Upon landing, we split into two units, one to set up an ops base, the other to repair the ship. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. until they appeared. Man, that was a slaughter. Alright, let's go and read this. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on some other planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo. Even Broden, he's the stingiest grunt I know. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. You okay there, buddy? Well, clearly not. Oh, man. Well, here's Milligan. Bruto lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figure this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey! Halt! No! Help! Man, that is a... That's gonna be my reaction to all of these. It just sucks. I feel bad for all of these guys. Legitimately. Man, I hope that's the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in for trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. He confirmed it, so... Jeez. Man, again, I feel bad for these guys. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and break this crate because it actually has... missiles! Let's go ahead and grab it. Alright, well, time to get a move on. Okay! Yeah, so these guys start spawning not long after you get the missiles, and it's a pretty effective little jump on you if you aren't expecting it. There's no cutscene announcing it, it just sort of happens in front of you, which I really like that. In general, especially after that cutscene as well, it feels pretty cathartic. But yeah, these guys really do take a lot of hits. It definitely takes more than one missile, which honestly, as far as Metroid standards, that's pretty tanky, I feel like, as far as regular enemies are concerned, so... At least early game. Anyway, let's go and break that. I mean, we did break it, although it is a living thing, but there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and scan this really quick. We're going to be inside the ship for a second here. And one really cool detail, I won't read out all of these, but you can actually see where every single one of these soldiers is actually supposed to sit in this ship, which is a really nice detail in general. Again, I really like the way they built up this section in a lot of ways. They did a good job. Alright, well, we got the map for this area. Nice. Alright. Anyway, so with that, we're able to proceed forward. Over there is the cockpit, where you can kind of see, again, where some of those guys were sitting. Again, I really like that detail. Can I actually jump up on top of that right now? No, I think I need a later ability. That's right. Okay. Well, hey, it was a nice thought. Definitely not something on top of that. Nope, not at all. Anyway, let's go ahead and scan this real quick. So this is a kinetic orb cannon. This is actually one of my favorite things from Metroid Prime 2. It's pretty cool. And Metroid Prime 2 actually makes a lot more use out of the Morph Ball than Metroid Prime 1, which Metroid Prime 1 alone also used the Morph Ball a lot more than the 2D Metroid games. And I really like that. I don't know, the Morph Ball is such like an iconic, weird power of Samus that I just particularly like it when the games use it a lot for things that aren't just like, you know, crawling into a small space. I really like that a lot. But anyway. Hey, look, we got ourselves another dead body. Want to see a dead body? Alright, let's go ahead and read this log. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Man. Oh, also, I totally forgot there's actually another one of these guys. Let's move over here. So, I actually cannot do anything over here yet, but we can find another one of these dead soldiers. So, let's go and read this lore. Last night at Chow, Angseth starts talking about some bounty hunter, how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base. That's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. Wow. You are a jerk. Anyway, let's go ahead and head back over here, and okay. Anyway, enough about that. So we're going to head back over here, and yeah. In general, I really like these. I think that is basically every single one of the soldiers, so we pretty much maxed that out. These are also the War Wasps. How are there identical War Wasps on a different planet? I don't know, it's the Metroid series. Why are you asking that? It's far from the first example. And I'm sure none of you guys were asking that. I don't know why I made that joke, but it's okay. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and progress now. So, man. It really is sad what happened to all those guys. But the only thing we can do is just move towards, you know, that structure. So, alright, let's actually destroy a couple of these hives, because I really do not like these War Wasps. They are a pain. Oh, and also, first things first, you may notice that there's a crack over here. Just go ahead and just use a missile there. That's going to save you some time. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that, and boom. Cool. So, let's jump into this, and there we go. So if I didn't actually use that missile there, it would not have weakened the wall enough for me to actually smash it like that. So that's why I did that. And yeah, again, I kind of know this game really well, so that's why I knew to just kind of do that ahead of time. So yeah, anyway. Oh geez, we're out of missiles. That's fun. Oh, hello. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 8 cycles, so I presume 8 years. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just collect that. Okay, that refilled real fast since I don't really have that many missiles I can carry, so that's nice at least. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this elevator. I love elevator sequences in Metroid. Especially when the games actually do different animations and stuff for it. Like, the 2D games are kind of fine on that front. I really like that Samus Returns actually kind of did something different with it. And it looks like Metroid Dread is also doing something different with it, so that's pretty fun. I'm going to really quick go to display and... Okay, no, it's visors. I think it's the hint system. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that off. And, okay, because I don't need the hint system. I already know how to find things. It always seems to activate right in that room, which is pretty fun because that's like right by where we need to go. So, alright. Anyway, so these are sand bats. They just kind of exist as a visual thing. And over here you're seeing a cable, so we're just going to crawl right into this, and there we go. Alright, so now we found ourselves at a save point. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this first part of Metroid Prime 2. So you guys may be wondering, what exactly is the deal with these weird rifts that happened around those creatures? What was the deal with Dark Samus? because you guys already know who that is. And what was the deal with those creatures? How did I lose my powers? What's going on here? What happened to the soldiers? All of that jazz. And you'll have to watch the rest to figure out what's going on. So I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I'll see you guys in the next part of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, known in Japan as Metroid Prime 2 Dark Echoes. You're going to notice a running duality theme with this playthrough, but we'll go into that later. Hope you guys enjoyed this first part and this nice atmospheric approach I took to it. I think I had a lot of fun with this, and again, it's one of my favorite games ever, and I'm just excited to play more of it. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!